Welcome to Spill the Cafecito, where every cafecito comes with a real conversation.
And we're serving up honest talk on culture, relationships, music, life, and everything in between, all with a little Latino flavor.
So grab a cafecito
And let's spill.
There's literally a Kylie movie.
A Kylie movie?
Music is what I meant. I meant music.
What a way to start. Kylie movie music?
No, I meant like there's literally a song about camera, like the lyrics are action. So we might want to play that in our intro if you want.
I don't know about that. I mean, it's not the mood and the vibe I want to give to this budding podcast. I mean, but if you want to go the Kylie route,
it's poppy and catchy and, serving.
So first of all, hi everyone.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to Spill the Cafecito, a podcast where we talk about all things related to being queer and Latino with my host, JP. And again, I'm Anthony. The first couple of episodes of our podcast, admittedly so, were pretty heavy, right? And I think that was done on purpose because I can speak for you probably also.
Yeah.
We wanted you all to get to know us a little bit deeper so that when we start to really spill the cafecito, like, you know why we are the way we are and how we tick, right? But JP came to me and he was like, let's make episode 3 a little more light and poppy because frankly, we don't need to be heavy all the time. And I agree.
But we could be heavy.
We could be.
We're not going to do that today.
You just call me fat.
I said we could. Wow, I'm not even starting with you. Listen, when I'm coming for you, you know I'm coming for you.
Look, we're going to blow out the mic. Sorry to your ears. So pull back just a tiny little bit.
Just a little bit.
And then you'll be fine.
Perfect.
But how are you?
I'm good. I feel like my weekend sort of flew by and I did so much. And
what did you do?
Well, let's start with, I guess I'll start with Sunday because Sunday was like my favorite day because like I love thrifting and we end up going, my partner and I, shout out to Jason. Here's my shout outs. I'm going to start them up today.
Listen, shout out to Jason. Shout out to Jason.
We like to find a nice taxi or a flea market, and in Mansfield they have like a nice
Connecticut or Mass?
Mass.
There's a Mansfield.
Sure, correct me in the comments if it's not.
Mansfield, Connecticut is by UConn, and I went to UConn, so
we're gonna go with Mass,
okay,
because it's in a drive-in theater.
There's a drive-in in, I want to say, Mansfield, Connecticut, like one of those big.
Yes.
So it's Connecticut.
I think it's Connecticut.
But I think there is a Mansfield, Mass also, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Okay. So we went, and I love just seeing shit is my issue. It's like I'm like the forever window shopper of like going around.
Do you live for like a flea market or like an antique
shop? I do. And I grew up like, I remember Sundays with mommy and papi, we used to like get in the car and like, of course my dad would go and find all like the fishing stuff. So he would like take off on us. Mm-hmm. But like we're in there grabbing, like looking at a bunch of things. And now that I do it, it's very different because I go and like I find things that quite honestly remind me of my childhood, and maybe that's why I do it as I'm now reflecting on it. But I just like looking at shit. I don't buy a lot of shit, I will say that. Like I'm not going in there and trying to bring like more shit to my house because I'm like clean lines. I don't need a bunch of like shit just sitting around in my house.
I hear you.
And I have to fight my partner because he's like grabbing everything. Do you want to bring this home? I'm like, find a wall, find a space, and then we can talk about it.
Yeah.
So we did that. And also I went to the Puerto Rican festival in Holyoke, which...
How was that?
Oh, it was amazing.
I didn't even know about it. And this is why like I get really pissed off with myself because I'm like, I don't know what the hell's going on culturally around me. I stick to myself and I shouldn't do that. Like I would have loved to have gone if I had known about it and could plan ahead.
Yeah, it was like just the music.
You know what? You continue to speak. I'm gonna go get my package.
Do it. I love this for us. So I went to the festival and they had like a bunch of like the musicians. And I shouldn't say a bunch, like a couple, like Grupo Mania, which I grew up in. They're like a merengue like group, which I remember like literally cleaning, even back to Puerto Rico, like cleaning and being woken up and like Grupo Mania was playing loud. So it's like, it reminds me, again, another moment of things that I do that reminds me of my childhood, and it instantly brings me back to like good places in like in a headspace. So it was like nice. And let me tell you, the food and the food vendors were on point.
See, that's primarily why I wish I would have gone, because are there even Puerto Rican restaurants in Springfield? There has to be, right?
Yeah, I feel like there's like a Boricua Bites.
There's Boricua Bites up the street, literally from here. But I haven't gone in there because when I look at the menu, it's like tapas. I don't want like.
I thought we were trying to keep it tight. What are we talking about?
but I will make adjustments when I need to when it comes to Puerto Rican food. But it's like when you look at the menu, it's like I don't want just like a ham sandwich. And I should be more fair. It's not just that. I want like a meal. Like there was a restaurant in East Hartford that I went to like maybe 20 years ago. And I remember walking in and immediately being greeted by a girl on the back counter that went to school with my sister. So she was in my sister's grade, 2 years older than me. So automatically I was like, I'm in good hands. I know that they're about to give me some good shit.
Yeah.
And she was like the kind of girl that was like, I'm just going to feed you. Like most Puerto Ricans do, like when you go to someone's house and they have a tia or a abuela or whatever,
Yep.
they will give you food regardless if you've asked
And
for
to
it or
take,
not.
by the way.
And to take.
And to take.
And it's like dish after dish after dish, and it's all fantastic. I want to go to a restaurant where there's a menu that I can just order a bunch of shit from and take a bunch of shit home with me. And I don't think Boricua Bites will do that.
No. And I'm trying to think because I know there's like restaurants definitely in Holyoke area that you can probably, but I'm like, I didn't really like, no shade to Fernandez when it was open. I'm sure people love Fernandez.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a very famous I should say, closed down for obvious reasons.
What's obvious?
The food, the food was not giving.
No.
Like for me, the rice was bland, and oh my god, come at me in the comments apparently because I'm like, this is some tea, but no one liked the food like that, and they were like,
really,
it was just not great food for me, and I feel like I grew up with like. I don't think I said this. My father is an amazing cook.
Okay.
Like if anything, like whenever he had the time and he was home from like working, whatever, and he was making meals, quite honestly, I enjoy my father's food more than my mother's. I'm sorry, mommy.
No shade.
But he grew up cooking because, like I mentioned, he was a fisherman.
But he was in the restaurant business.
And he was in a restaurant, correct? So
sense.
He grew up making these dishes since like little.
He's so lucky because for me, like, not that my grandmother was like militant or anything, but it was like, it's a woman's job to be in the kitchen and cook. So she always did the cooking. Like there was never a time where the boys were in the kitchen getting their own food because she was making it for them and serving them. And to me, like such a disservice to me because I grew up wishing I knew how to make these things. And my grandmother's now to the point where she's 83 and she can't like stand up for a long period of time.
Yeah.
And so she'll be making sofrito or something, sitting down at the table and doing it. But I'm like, teach the youth, teach us so that we don't lose that skill.
Yeah.
And I'm very partial to my grandmother's rice, but like my great aunt's rice is also really good. And everyone's got a different flavor profile of what they like and what they don't like.
Yeah.
But like, there's never been a rice that I like more than my grandmother's personally.
Yeah. I grew up, and I want to say similar experience in the sense of no one really pushed us to be in the kitchen, although my mother was really particular about cleaning. Meaning like you wash your dishes when you were done. There was no like
really we didn't even do that either.
Oh no, we were doing that. My mom was not playing.
Wow.
And again, there was a lot of us in the household, so she wasn't trying to like be Cinderella for the rest of the family.
I get it.
But I feel this was probably more like during high school where I was starting to think about like my future and like I'm like I don't know how to cook, I don't know how to wash. So I asked my grandmother. I remember saying like, can you teach me how to cook? And she had given me like the weirdest like, what do you mean you want to know how to cook? You're a boy. And I'm like, I want to learn how to make rice.
Exactly.
And she was like, okay. So like after like, I feel like pleading with her because she would show me like a couple of things. She's like, you don't belong here. But then slowly, but then slowly, and I want to say one thing too. My grandmother was one of those individuals that she didn't measure shit. I mean, like she was just like, throw this here, you get, and I'm like, Grandma, how much of salt, how much of the sazon, how much of the sofrito, and she was just like, I know, mijo, I just literally, and I'm like, I cannot learn like this. So I'm like, I'm literally with a notebook, and I'm like, I'm like, maybe that's a spoon, and maybe like trying to figure it out because she's one of those cooks who can literally does not need. She's just like tasting everything. I love that she does that because she tastes all her food, but like, there's no measurements. There's no like, you're gonna add a cup of this or thing of that. So I'm like, I look back at those moments and I'm just like, thank God that she had the patience for me because I'm sure I was driving her insane. Because number one, I was a boy and she's like, what the hell do you want? And number two, I'm sure I was just like asking way too many questions.
I've seen that with my grandmother. We've tried to record her because of that very reason. She doesn't measure. She just throws a cucharita de algo in there, sofrito, sazón, the whatever.
Yes.
And it's hard to follow that when there's no measure. And I'm a rule follower. So like, give me a recipe, give me an instruction list, give me like an SOP, and I got you. But if I'm watching you do something, give me an SOP, grandma, and I got you. But honestly, like it's one of those things that I wish I'd grown up doing. But now that I'm in Springfield, again, I really need to venture out and figure out like what's good around here and not just rely on like Uber Eats when I'm hungry. I mean, I can make stuff if I need to here, but if I am lazy, which I would say 9 times out of 10 I am, it is the Puerto Rican in me.
Excuse me? What do you mean in the Puerto Rican me? Wait a minute. We're hardworking individuals.
We are. I'm not saying
What you
we're
mean
not.
lazy in me?
I can be lazy sometimes.
Thank you. Don't speak for our kind over here.
Because I'm Puerto Rican, I can speak for my kind.
Next question.
Period. But honestly, like I wish I'd gone there.
Yeah.
How long was the festival? Was it like a weekend?
Yes, it was a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Actually, I should say Thursday. I ignore Thursday because Thursday is like the church people there. And listen,
is it just like a religious thing?
Yeah, it's like they have folks who like come and
okay.
perform, and I'm like, it's cute, but I'm just
But
like,
it's not giving what you needed to
no, it's not giving merengue, bachata, and
okay.
the vibe that I'm going for.
This is the after hours vibe on the weekend.
Correct. It's giving like Jesus. It's coming.
Which we don't discriminate. Like
100%. Yeah.
I once upon a time I went to church and I did my thing with it.
You hinted at that, by the way, last time. You didn't get into it.
Yeah, no, and this is probably the music part that we'll get into, but
okay.
Like my varied tastes come from my different like how exposed I was to different things growing up. But is that all you did this weekend?
I also on Saturday I went to the beach. Sky Casper, who hosts a bunch of like queer events. Was doing the queer takeover, which by the way, he's probably a good person to like come on the show, given like he does a lot of like programming even for like Latino nights and like some like really good probably
he's
contact to it for sure. Yeah. So he was hosting queer beach takeover, and I went to that, and it was actually my first time because like my partner has gone like a couple of times.
Yeah.
And it was just nice to be like amongst community and just like chilling and just like good Madonna music playing.
I get such
no Kylie,
anxiety.
Which I'm a little upset, and I did like request it a couple of times.
I like you even more, Sky. Come on the pod whenever you want. Friend of the pod, Sky Casper.
There also was no Mariah.
That's okay. These are also probably people in their like mid 30s to like early 20s.
No, there was actually like I want to say like a spectrum of people. There was like,
I mean, I saw the pictures.
Oh well, the people who wanted to like post for the gram were very different than the people who went.
Here's what I want to say this: I met Sky for the first time at your house,
as in like physically
met. But we had talked online for many years because like I know a lot of gay people in Connecticut and Mass. I've been around forever, and we had a conversation with your friends because we were celebrating your birthday. And I just felt like the old man in the room. And it was like the first time in a while that I was like, I'm really the old man in the room. And they were like, well, how old are you? Sky's like, I'm 28 or whatever he said. And I was like, I'm 42. And he was like, what?
And gorgeous and killing it.
I was like, damn. Like, wow. Like, it's just, it's becoming super apparent now as I get older that I'm not like the rest of them.
How does that feel? And not in a shady way. I mean, like literally, how does that feel?
I don't take it shady because first of all, I believe it's a blessing to get older. And for so long, because of my father, being gone at such an early age, I didn't have perspective on what getting old was like, other than like maybe my great grandmother who died when she was 91, and then my grandmother. So obviously, my uncles are older than me, but I don't see them often. So I don't get to experience their lives and kind of compare mine to them. But what I will say is I feel differently now that I'm in my 40s. Like even just today, I got up and my knees ached so bad.
Not the knees.
Like, no, the knees were not giving what they needed to give.
Not the twerking knees they were before.
They were never twerking knees. But I think it's part of my condition. Like the medicine that I'm on has side effects and, my knees can be affected. But I'm not the young, and I feel it at work as well. Like I see all the interns come in and I'm like, I used to be the 22, 23-year-old in the office. Now I'm not. And it's not that it feels weird, but it is weird because I'm no longer in that age range. I'm not the youngest one.
Do you find yourself judging the next generation?
No. Frankly, because I don't know them, right?
Yeah.
I hired a girl on my team who's a Gen Zer. I think she's fantastic. She's got great work ethic. She works extremely hard. She's very bright. I mean, I was judging them when they were eating Tide Pods, but that was it, right? I mean, I'm sure the next generation before us judged us.
See, I judge like the bro
but
culture. And when I mean the bro culture, I mean like, yeah, but you don't bro, like my nephew bros his mother. And I'm just like, what is wrong with you?
Bro
like,
or is it bruh?
I don't pay attention to it. In fact, he bro me one time and I was just like, I'm your tío, and like show some damn respect. I'm like, you can bro everybody else here.
The kids in my family, like, they're of the bruh generation. I don't take offense to it because, like, I get it. They are respectful, and so that's what I care about.
And he's respectful, so I want to clarify. It's not that he's disrespectful,
yes,
but he's just like.
But you demand a certain level of respect.
Yeah, and at least for his mother, I'm just like, you don't bro your mother. Like that's
just what that generation does.
I can't.
I don't
That's
know.
the only part that I'm just like, I mean, besides like the outfits, sometimes I look at people and I'm just like we're back. Have you noticed that we're back in the 80s? Like we're back to like baggy pants and like baggy clothes.
To me, that's like the 90s.
And I'm like,
they're back in the late 90s. They're back to right before they were born.
I was 1 through 10 during the 90s, so I wouldn't know exactly what you're talking about.
Wow, that's okay because I mean, some of us weren't wearing onesies and diapers, but it's fine. So
Fabulous.
You went to the.
I went to the beach. I went to the festival. I think those were like the highlights.
You had a busy weekend, JP.
A couple, and I feel like even last week it was just like sort of like that. What at times, as I'm sitting here with you, I'm sure I'm gonna shut down.
Catch up with you when you get to be my
yes, because like today, as I awfully told you, I clean every Thursday religiously with my music loud and obnoxious, and like my partner's usually working, so I'm just usually me and myself and I, and I'm like, and I take it to like reflect on my day, reflect on the week. So yeah,
I love that for you.
So yeah.
I had an interesting weekend. Like I was saying before, my partner's family has a house down in Narragansett, Rhode Island, where they've been for like a couple weeks. And so usually in the month of August, I will go down there for a week and spend time with them. But this year, because of work specifically, I have not really chilled with them. I've just been kind of driving down on the weekends. But this past weekend was my partner's friend's 50th birthday. Shout out to Karen. Happy birthday. So I drove from Springfield to Narragansett. That's a 2-hour drive. The thought was on Saturday to drive to Fairfield, Connecticut, where she was having her birthday party. And that's also a 2-hour drive from Narragansett. Now, we were taking separate cars because he was going to drive back to Rhode Island and I was going to drive up to Springfield. So basically a giant triangle.
Yep.
When I got to Fairfield, JP, and I opened the trunk of my car to get my duffel bag that's got my medicine, my retainer, my clothes, everything, I realized I left it in Narragansett.
Jesus.
So immediately was pissed off. And I was like, I'm going to run to Target and grab what I need, at least for the night.
Yep.
But then I had to drive back to Narragansett the next day.
Which is like 2 hours.
A 2-hour drive,
right?
and then drive back up to Springfield. So by the time I was caught in traffic. So I left Narragansett by 11:30. I didn't get home till like almost 3:30. JP, I was...
So you were on the road, literally. Your weekend was the road.
The entire time. And I was up the night before because, of course, birthday party. And he's seeing his friends that we hadn't seen from New York.
Yep.
And so we were...
But did you have a good time?
I did have a good time, but like super, super fucking exhausted. When I tell you, like, Monday I woke up for work, and I usually wake up around like 5:30.
Yep.
But at the very latest, my alarm will wake me up at 6 if for whatever reason I can't. I slept through the alarm. And I woke up like at 6:20, and that's never happened.
Oh, gee.
My body was so beyond tired. So that was really my weekend. It was just mostly being in the car and, hanging out with my partner. And I saw his family for maybe like a couple hours before I went to bed, even on that Friday night.
Oh my God.
So I'm going tomorrow. And hopefully I get to spend some time on the beach, which I haven't done.
Which beach are you going to?
To the beach in Narragansett, whatever that's called.
Oh, I'm trying to think. Is it in Narragansett Beach?
I think so.
You're like, I'm just going to show up and look cute.
And then
because you're not getting in the water. We already talked about this.
It's not that I won't get in the water. I'll get like my foot in the water. I'll probably go down to my knees.
So I'm not
swimming in it.
Let me repeat myself. So you're not getting in the water, right?
I'm not swimming in it. I'm like you, where it's like I need to be in water that I can see through. Most of the water in New England just feels contaminated and dirty to me. That's just my opinion, not a fact. So hopefully I have a better weekend, one that's a little more relaxing. I mean, apart from that, work is work.
Yep.
And we spent this past week really learning about the intricacies of running a podcast, especially the video component, right?
Yep.
Because there's a lot that you guys don't see. At first, I recorded with my phone. The next time we did it with my iPad, the quality was horrendous. So if you look at the first couple reels that were posted, they're not really that great quality. But then you look at the last 2 reels that we did, they're actually really fantastic quality. there was some drama with the camera that I was filming and the audio not syncing to it. But then through the grace of YouTube, I was able to figure it out. And JP has been fantastic in helping with splash icons and things like that. So we look professional and like we know what the fuck we're doing.
Yep.
So I'm excited. I'm very excited for the
Same.
future.
And you know what I left out at the beach? I actually met up with a few friends and actually someone who I haven't seen in a little bit who like watched the podcast and they were
Really?
like, yeah, and Latino. He's actually half black, half Puerto Rican.
Okay.
And he was just like happy that there's like, because like he's so used to seeing Latinos who are just like from like LA, like Mexicans. He's like, but having like a queer Latino Puerto Rican voice is like something that we needed. And he's like, so how does it feel? And I told him like the record part is the easiest part because I'm like that I can talk to a wall all day long. But I'm like, but it's all like it's a product and you have to market it. And I'm just like we don't have someone who's sitting there. So by the way, comments, the reels, any of the content that's going on TikTok, YouTube, all of it, like it's us too. Like we're literally creating, picking out like what reels to go out, all the content. So I'm like, that's really the hard part because that's you have to like keep folks engaged and just like kind of sell this product, sell the product.
The moment you stop doing some of those basic things, people lose interest. That's why to me it's important that you post every day so people know that you're there. And like JP just said, we don't have a team. This is literally us doing it off the side of our desk. And because we're passionate about it, we want to do it. It's actually enjoyable. And also it's purely collaborative, I would say. It's not like one-sided. Like I've been in projects before where it's like I'm dominating and I'm doing what I normally do because I like to lead. And the other person just kind of lets me because they don't want to do the work.
Yeah.
But you're not like that. And then I was telling you, was it today or earlier? Maybe earlier.
Yes.
Today for sure, I think it was, where I was thanking you because it makes me feel good knowing that I'm not just lifting the heavy weight by myself. I have a partner that really cares about this and wants this to grow as much as I do. And so you're an active part of the decision making and I trust you. So I let you do what you need to do.
I appreciate that. And I feel like even going into like the posting, and I was trying to like get things quote unquote approved by you and you're just like, post it.
Yeah,
like that's fine. Good. Like you're just like 50-50 here. It's just like you're just much owner as I am. So like I've been appreciative of just like truly like the collaboration that we've had, like just getting like any of the content out, design ideas. Even like last night, like we were like texting back and forth. It was almost midnight and we're literally figuring out content. I loved it. I loved it for us. So and enjoying. Jason's looking at me like, what are you doing right now? I'm just like, I'm just figuring out this business. Correct. That pays me. But I'm like, but I honestly, the creative part is besides like doing like the day-to-day podcast, like filming an episode, but like, the creative and actually like marketing that product is something that I thoroughly enjoy. And honestly, just like the comments and all the like responses that we gotten and like being in there and just like seeing how people are reacting and taking in our content has been just like phenomenal to just be there. And yes, it's not some robot, it's Ant and JP who's responding to every message, every comment, every like. We're like in there, like day in and day out, in between jobs. Sorry, boss, if you're listening.
Sorry, boss.
Correct, but it's been just a good experience. I feel like overall to just like launch this thing, and we're now on our 3 fucking episode.
And that happened very quick.
It is.
We started talking about this a month ago, basically.
I know.
And like we hit the ground running.
I know.
And I would say like I knew a lot of this beforehand, so like to me, it was no problem kind of re-engaging and stepping into this realm again. It was just a matter of, will my equipment keep up? Because my laptop that you're probably seeing here is like 2015, so over 10 years old. I don't really use it.
So older than JP.
So he thinks. But it's older, right? And it's a MacBook Pro. I haven't really used it in a while. I used to do a lot of YouTube video editing and audio editing, so I'm really used to this kind of thing, but I haven't done a podcast in like 6-7 years. So finding hosting, coming up with graphics, finding a host that really cares about this and wants to do it, like those things have to matter for a podcast to come together as quickly as ours did. And I'm not saying our shit is good, I'm not saying that it's fantastic.
It's fucking great.
But I'm proud of what we're doing.
Yes.
And if it helps someone or if it resonates with someone, then I think I've done my job.
Same. And that's what I want to create is impact in whatever form that is, which is why I'm so like, inspired and really like motivated to get like our product out there for people to listen, to like react to the comments. Like I look forward to that.
First of all, your curls are curling.
Today,
They really
I didn't,
are.
you know, I
I'm like
literally,
looking at them like, damn.
I literally put a hat because I'm like, I'm not doing my hair.
Look it up.
No, it's fucking looks crazy.
I
It looks,
live.
it looks a mess. It looks a mess, but she keeps it cute in the front. She did work, you know, 2 seconds on the
This
front.
is what matters. This is what people see.
But truly, it's been just like a fun experience. Oh, and one thing that they did mention when I was there, I keep saying them, Kevin, I'm gonna give you a shout out.
Shout out to Kevin.
They noticed that you're definitely the veteran, and between us two, because they were like, they can tell in the sense of just like you're really good at transitions and you're really good at like keeping it like going. But they're like, but what works between you guys, that he's good about like the transitions, but you're the like the follow-up questions. It's like I love
I will say
all the
you are
follow-up
really
questions.
good at listening to the details in someone's story and being like, all right, I'm gonna put a pin in that. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna circle back to that.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I don't do a good job at that. But Kevin, I don't consider myself a veteran by any stretch of the imagination. I think,
But I'm the rookie here, so
Well-
I feel like you've been like a mentor just in doing this alone, and like watching you do it.
I will
it's
take
phenomenal.
that. But what I will say is the reason this works is because we have a good relationship with each other. We're not strangers. We have common experiences, and we work together, so we can see things that are happening. We can sense shade when it is. Homegirl does need Botox, by the way.
What?
Not you. Homegirl needs Botox.
Oh, I was like, I thought she was coming for me. I was like, excuse me, homegirl does not do Botox.
No.
But if you want to play, pay for a few, like,
If
if
I want to give you some money for some CCs, I can, I guess. But
that was everything.
But
Anyways,
you see what I'm
yes,
saying? Like,
yes, homegirl does need Botox.
We
Yes,
get it, right?
correct,
And so I
yes.
appreciate the feedback, Kevin. Thank you so much. And at the same time, I would say I don't think I could be the way I am if I didn't have JP or like one of my cousins next to me. Because the way that I'm talking to you would be the exact same way that I would talk to my primas. And that's because I consider you like a brother. I consider you family. And so this is natural for me. If it were anyone else, I'd be like maybe more reserved. You know me. I'm an introvert.
You are.
Like when I'm around people at work that I don't
and
really
I learned that
know,
over time because you definitely know how to mask it.
people are shocked when they hear that I am an introvert. And I think it's for me, and I tell people I'm a paid extrovert, meaning if I have to turn it on for work, then I'll turn it on for work. But it exhausts me physically and mentally to do that. And I would just rather not. But you are the opposite in that regard. You just said it. You can talk to a wall. You have a really good ability of connecting with people and getting people to like you. I'm not that. I'm okay with it, right? I am who I am. And I'm not saying I should change, but point is we have a great relationship. So that's why this works.
Yeah.
So we've been talking already for a half an hour.
That is crazy. So we need to jump on this music, which by the way, so I really want you to take us first through your experience with music from like from birth, because I feel like music can really tell stories and really can like define moments in our life in different ways. So I really want you to like talk about A, the type of music you were listening, but also B, give us like where were you in that type of life? Because like it usually like genres would like reflect either like a mood, a time, like a capsule in our lives.
That's really well said, by the way, because I think that's kind of how I define aspects of my life. It's through music. So if I listen to a random song, instantly I'm teleported to a point in my life and I can feel the same feelings that somehow I locked away in the past. So growing up, I would say, growing up with my grandmother, she listened to a lot of old Mexican music. So I don't really know the artist names or the songs per se. And a lot of it was also telenovela music. So I didn't know a lot of it. And I wasn't really like interested in it. It was to me, it was like old people music, right? So you don't want to listen to what your parents are listening to. You want to listen to what you like or what's on the radio. But my mom was really good at playing music because I remember I told you I lived with my mom, even though my grandmother had custody. My mom always listened to music when we woke up and when I went to bed. So when I woke up, the radio station that we most listened to was a radio station that the Weaver High School had. It was like a local radio station, and all they played was hip hop and R&B. So that's all I knew, right? There were some
nameless artists. Like who was like on top of that?
Oh my god!
Lists?
And that's and I'm trying to go back into like my single digit years and things like that.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot of it, but like, oh my goodness, I'm trying to think.
What comes to mind instantly, even if it's not the exact.
So
age.
like, not that it was, I would say pop and, or I guess it's pop and R&B, but this is more like 60s and 70s. But we listened to Patti LaBelle, we listened to Madonna, we listened to a lot of artists that were popping in the late 80s,
Got it.
right? Um, Let's Get Physical by Olivia Newton-John. Like that was also on the radio. Like things like that were
Got it.
poppy.
Yep.
But it wasn't like you had a superstar until like I started knowing who Whitney Houston was.
The voice.
And I remember being like, she can sing. I want to be like that. Not like her specifically, but I want to be able to sing.
Correct.
And so I will give a shout out to, I would say there's like 4 or 5 people that really saw a gift in me and my cousin early on, and really got us in a path of music, more singing.
And you're talking about your cousin Vanessa specifically,
My cousin Vanessa,
right? She's beautiful, by the way.
Thank you.
Really
I mean,
pretty.
I'm saying thank
Really
you like
pretty.
I had anything to do with it. Shout out to V. But it wasn't just me and her. It was also my brother, my sister, Vanessa's sister, Leslie. Like we all got involved in music because my kindergarten teacher, shout out to Mrs. De Jesus, who I'm friends with still on Facebook. I love her. She's on my family forever.
You're still friends with her? Like, and you guys, that's
we
crazy.
talk. You know, I was going through my stuff when I moved in here, and I saw like a little certificate from 1988 from Senora de Jesus, and I'm friends with her son on. I gotta show you because Freddie. First of all, Freddie, no disrespect, you are a good-looking man. He's like a dance instructor.
How is that disrespectful?
Well, I mean, I don't know. How
I'm like, if someone says I'm good looking, I'm not disrespectful.
I think Freddie, we don't know each other personally. We've met when you were like literally like 12 years old, and I met your sister. But Freddie's a really good looking man who is like really involved in the community in the Hartford area. He's really good friends with the girls from Cosita's podcast. Like, so I reconnected with him.
That's awesome.
His parents, I think, celebrated their like 50th wedding anniversary, maybe 60th. I don't remember, but they had a milestone anniversary recently. So shout out to all of you. But she saw a gift in us when we were in kindergarten. Vanessa and I are about a month apart in age, and we were singing in like school shows, right? And from there, we got involved in the school choir with our teacher, Mrs. Lumpkin, who I'm also friends with on Facebook because she's the one who really kind of like crafted and honed us. And then from there, I joined a church choir in Hartford. Shout out to Christ Church Cathedral and James Barry, who I'm also friends with on social media. He's the one that really opened my perspective and my eyes on the world of Anglican music and what I was able to do as a kid, and even my appreciation and love for it now comes from him and what I was exposed to there. But none of that would have been possible had it not been for my aunt making the space for us to explore our musical path. So shout out to my aunt Nancy for letting us be musical.
Right? Correct.
So a lot of what I have done in my life has been try to be open to whatever is happening around me. And at that time when I was with my mom, it was just the music that was on the radio. And then the 90s hit. And that's when I really started to get like involved in the music, like really understanding who things were. And right before you got here, I was like trying to remind myself like of the artists and songs that I was listening to as a kid. Like my love of R&B.
She needs a list because apparently,
I mean,
she knows a lot of music.
Well, there's a lot, and I have like some staples here, but like my love of Mary J. Blige comes from that era. My love of Allure, Monica, Brandy, Boyz II Men, Tyrese, Genuine, Escape, SWV. This goes from when I was like in elementary school to basically like post high school.
Is Weak SUV is the
Weak.
That's what I remember when I.
And then JoJo did a cover of it when she was like 12 years old, and then redid it again when she re-released her albums when she was an adult, and it's even better. I love people with great voices, and so I tend to gravitate more into the pop and R&B realm because a lot of it is intertwined anyway.
Yep.
And at the same time, I need to check my ums. That's one thing that I'm like very conscious of, by the way, because I was telling you the other day that I say the word right a lot and those are dead air words that I really shouldn't be using. Okay. However, I appreciate a soulful voice because it connects me to what I believe are my ancestors. There's people that sing and you literally feel their pain. There's very few people that can let me feel that. But R&B music gets me that feeling, right?
Yes.
So like, for me, it's always been the powerhouse vocalist Whitney, Mariah, Celine. And then when Mariah came out in the 90s, I was like 6 years old, close to 7, transformed the game. And I was a casual fan because there's all these other people out, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's all these other big voices and all this other pop music. And at the same time, when I would consider my formative years, my high school years, the time where I was like kind of defining who I was in my sexuality, was around the time I would say between 12 and maybe 15 years old. And Mariah Carey's Daydream album came out, her Butterfly album came out, and the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill came out. So Daydream was 95, Butterfly was 97, and Miseducation was 98. Those 3 albums to this day, no
On replay.
skips.
On replay.
I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
Not just replay. I would never skip a song because every one of the songs there they just mean so much to me and what I was going through. Mariah has a song called Looking In on her Daydream album. That's really about her being a biracial kid.
Yep.
But any queer person could make that part of their story. It's when it comes to albums, Daydream is that girl, will always be that girl. And she just released the 30th anniversary of Daydream, which has different tracks and some demo tracks, which what a treat to hear that, because it gives you like her process.
Of course.
Artists really never truly get in that, but she was convinced to do that, and I'm forever grateful. Excuse me. But like, I love a Faith Evans, but I also love an Usher. I love I think it's like Tyrese. Who else? Like Kiki Wyatt is a newer, but really from like the early 2000s. I love Fantasia Down. I love a Destiny's Child.
Ooh, Destiny's Child.
Mhm.
I feel like there's like song after song.
But I love the older stuff, like No 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 Part 1.
Like,
many people don't know what No 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 Part 1 is, but they know No 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 Part 2.
you know, Bills.
Right, and that's a second album, right?
Yeah. Is it the second album? Bills?
The second album is called The Writings on the Wall, and Bills was the first single from the second album. But they had an album called, I think it was just called Destiny's Child, that came out in 96.
Is it with the other girls that were in before they got the axe?
Yep.
And like,
but because
they dropped 2 of them, right?
They dropped 2 of them, but those girls were also on The Writings on the Wall, who oddly enough created a girl group with my cousin Natasha.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. That's how she got into it. There was a talent show in Hartford by a woman named Linda Casey, who was the mother of the twins from the R&B group Jagged Edge. And they grew up, I'm going to say, in the Windsor area.
I love all these connections, by the way.
I mean, I don't really have anything to do with it, but I was there for it. So there was a talent show, and Natasha was asked to be a part of their group called Angel. And then she made her exit from the group. And then she's a friend of mine as well, but our mutual friend Nati became a member of the group. And so while that was happening, it was like the breakup with Destiny's Child. There was a lot going on, blah, 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 here and there. Natasha then did her own thing musically, but my cousin Vanessa won, I want to say, 2nd or 3rd place in this talent show and got to do a demo deal. She was like maybe 17 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, like it was serious back in the day.
Yeah.
Because this was at the height of like the pop explosion. Like in the year 2000, everything was happening with Destiny's Child. Britney was new. Christina was new. But guess what wasn't happening? We didn't have a Latina.
No, we didn't. No,
right?
we didn't.
So, long story short.
I mean, we had like Gloria Estefan, who was trying to, and Shakira, who was, I think, was like starting
they
in
were
the scene.
older.
Yes.
Like, I think.
Well, not Shakira, because I feel like Shakira was like coming up. That's what
she was.
I don't know if she was doing like the crossover yet, because I feel like she was still doing like
that was like 5 years
Spanish.
away.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
She was, and she's like Lebanese and Spanish, right? And so she was, I think,
Yes.
just doing the Spanish stuff with like her belly dancing and everything, and just.
I'm trying to figure out where does Selena, because I know like
Selena.
Was she around that same time?
No, she was like in the mid 90s, early
Which,
to mid 90s.
by the way, I love. Can I say how much I love Selena?
Yeah, well, we all do, right? But in the moment, I didn't know who Selena was. I knew the music.
Yeah. Such good songs.
And then, of course, we got exposed to the movie, and Jennifer Lopez became a star because of it, and so on and so forth. But I was exposed to different kinds of music growing up, and so I loved it all. There was not any style of music that I was like, not for me. Maybe like heavy metal was just not my zhuzh.
Got it.
But like, I love a good classical piece. Like, I went to a performing arts high school, and I majored in voice. And the thought was I would major in voice and classical voice or opera
Yep.
at UConn.
Opera.
I wanted to do that. I did not have any business wanting to do that, but because I don't consider myself having the type of voice that is of that style, but I can sing a classical piece and make it sound good.
Because
One of my best
operatic
friends,
is like a
of course,
certain, yeah, you gotta,
you have to have power that I don't have.
yeah.
One of my best friends growing up, Jonathan, shout out to you, Jonathan. You live in Idaho, I believe. He is a real estate guy,
Yep.
but he's an opera singer. He and I grew up together. We're literally 2 months apart in age, and we sang in the same church choir. And it was always Jonathan and Anthony, Anthony and Jonathan. Whenever there were like duets, we were the ones doing it. We complemented each other so well simply because he had a powerful voice and I could match it if I needed to, but I had a delicate quality to it that he could also bring down and match me with. So our voices sounded well together. In fact, Mr. Barry, the choir master, the choir director, recorded us, and we had like a actual audio tape. And to this day, I wish I had the audio tape because that's the only record that I have of us singing. I don't know what happened to it because I remember having a copy.
Right.
But JP, no say, I don't know where that went. I wish I could find it because I don't know what my voice sounds like back in the day anymore. But I know I had a damn good voice.
That's right. I mean, you have a damn good voice now.
I appreciate that.
I heard you because I've seen your videos that you have posted.
Thank you.
There's plenty on YouTube if you need a
Oh
footage.
No, please don't, because it's not giving what it needs to give. But like I will say,
What do you mean it's not giving what it
I'm
needs
not
to
a
give?
singer. I can hold a tune.
Yeah.
Right. But like I'll just say affectionately, I'm not even coming for Kylie. Kylie can hold a tune, right? But even she wouldn't consider herself a singer. I think a lot of
I think she would. I think she would consider herself a singer.
She probably shouldn't. But that's
she has a beautiful tone.
You know what?
It's we're not gonna do this.
Really? You think
yes, I think she has a beautiful tone.
I think her tone is so shrill.
No, you have to like. Which song are we talking about?
You know what?
Shrill? I feel like I need to like present my case.
Please
come in.
Here's
like
what I would
guns
love you to do.
blazing.
Can you do me a favor and give me like the top 5 songs? Like send me a text
like
with,
vocally that I feel
that
like
you think that it like gives me what I need to get from her, right?
Okay.
And I would gladly eat crow all day every day, but good luck changing my mind.
She's a really good singer. Just give her.
I'll give her a chance.
I'm not saying like, oh my God, she has like range of Mariah and like Whitney, but I'm just saying like, I feel there's something to be said about people who like create music and have like a distinct tone to their voice.
Sure.
And can story tell.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, and I think you and I have talked about this. There's so many people who sing, and I'm just like, you could be singing the dictionary right now because you're giving me no emotion. And I'm like, there's some people who like have like the storytelling and like this like something unique about their tone of voice and the way they deliver something that I'm just like, ooh.
That's
I'm
fair.
just like, and it comes, I feel like musical talent comes in different shapes. It doesn't mean like you have like the, range of like someone who can sing, anything, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I feel just very.
But is she if you had to name who your pop diva was, because every gay guy gets apparently assigned a pop diva at the stroke of 13 years old. Who is yours?
I would absolutely choose Kylie.
Really?
I do. I have listened to some of her songs that just like made me cry, make me feel good. Like I have a song for like all sorts of moods that I'm in, and she's like my autopilot. I can play her like.
And no matter what the song is, you'll feel something.
I feel something. There's something that captivates me. And it's funny because I didn't discover her until like later, maybe like dating my first partner.
Did you happen to fall upon her, or did you?
No, he was actually listening to her. And I thought she was annoying as hell then. I was like, who is she? I'm like, she sounds a little annoying. And then honestly, like I started to listen to more of her music. I started going back in her catalog and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. There's something here. And like ever since I've been like, I love her.
Okay.
I love her.
I mean, for me, it's obviously Mariah the Carey.
Yeah.
But I just think, to your point, like she's such a great storyteller. All the music she's written, basically almost all of her.
And it's her pen that gets like
right.
not the recognition that it needs.
And people don't recognize that a lot of it is her own personal experience growing up. I don't know if you've read her book, but I read it and I listened to the audiobook.
I don't read books. Kidding.
We made that distinctly clear last week. You don't read books, you read people. Bitches, I think it was.
Catch me outside.
And at the same time, I learned so much about her upbringing, and I thought I knew a lot of it because she's talked about it in interviews. But when you listen to the book and then you start to realize the songs actually mean something deeper, you're like, oh shit, this changes my perspective on her entire catalog. And at the same time, like she's birthed a generation of pop divas after her that you can't deny. Christina, JoJo, Ariana.
Yeah.
There's so many examples of this.
Which can we talk about Ariana real quick?
Sure.
Because she just released her album like maybe like last week.
Shout out to Pedal.
I like the album. I know you still like the verdict is still out for you.
I'm on the fence, right? I need to listen to it again.
Okay. I can't understand half the things she's saying on the album. I will say that I love the Ari, but we need to enunciate, and not that my is any better than yours.
And this is from Puerto Ricans who have accents.
Correct.
Like, you could stand to enunciate your syllables a little bit more.
Like the vocal production's beautiful. Yep. Her vocal layering is beautiful. When I read the lyrics, they're actually meaningful and beautiful. But girl, I can't understand half of the things you're saying. And I'm like,
it takes away from the experience, doesn't it?
Yes, because I'm one, like yourself, who like listens not just for sound, because of course there's people who listen to music to it's just a certain feeling. And yes, I understand people like that because I also listen to K-pop, and sometimes I don't understand. I do not know Korean, but like they make me feel. There's some songs I'm like, ooh, this makes me feel something. And I'm like, and I like it sonically.
Yeah.
But I'm like, she's one who's like, you speak English, girl. Like, you need to just enunciate your words.
you speak English, girl.
Like, isn't she Italian?
Make this work?
Isn't she Italian?
I think she's of Italian heritage.
Right.
She's
so I'm
American.
like, yeah. So I'm like, you can, and I know that it's been an issue in other albums. It's just so more.
Well, she's been called out for that before, but it's like at some point, you got to do something different to expect a different result. Like,
yeah.
You want the people to know what you're saying.
Yeah.
This is why I don't do mumble rap. And I love hip hop.
What's mumble rap?
There's a cadence. Like if you listen to rap music, it's like, and even reggaeton will do this sometimes. It's like a cadence, like a triplet.
Oh,
you
it's
don't
like
know what they're saying, but it's
like Cool J. What's his name? The rapper. Oh my god.
LL Cool J.
LL Cool J. It's like him. Because he spits.
No,
like, he's
I wouldn't say like.
Like who? Who in the business does that?
You're asking me about
and not Jesse J.
Like the Migos. See,
who listens to the Migos?
People listen to the Migos. I mean,
you listen to the Migos?
Not girl, no.
Okay.
But like this new age rap music is not for me. I love the old
stuff. Like I cannot with that.
It's not because
that's what
it's
it sounds
bad
like
music.
to me.
I just don't know what I don't know what they're saying, and I want to be able to follow along.
Same. Right? That's my issue. And they all sound very similar. I will say the songs are very similar.
Read them, drag them, JP. They're terrible artists and they shouldn't be alive. But I love a girl that can sing. I love a girl that can make me feel something. But I love so many different types.
Do you like country?
I do like some country. I wouldn't say that I'm a big fan, but before Carrie Underwood was MAGA, I went to a couple of her concerts and I really enjoyed myself.
I like her. There's a pause there because I'm like, I struggle with separating the artist and the music.
Yeah, me too.
Example, Nicki Minaj.
You like Nicholas?
Nicholas? Is that the
Nicholas Garbage?
Other? Is that? Oh, there's another personality because apparently she has Roman. She has a bunch of these.
Oh no, this is just what I affectionately call her, Nicholas Garbage.
Affectionately call her. I do.
When she had that falling out with Mariah years ago, I said, this is just trash, not for me. Nothing that she does excites me. I'm not, and the barbs can come for me. I really don't give a fuck. She does nothing that I'm excited
We're going to get canceled now.
That's fine. Cancel it. It's not like I made it. You can't cancel something that wasn't ever a thing.
I will say this, and I think, like Mariah, I think her pen. Sure. If you read those lyrics, I'm like, thought, like execution, rhythm. I mean, like,
I'm not saying she's not talented.
She is, but it's just like, and you can cancel me if you want. I think she's a stronger rapper than Lil' Kim. Okay. I like Lil' Kim because Lil' Kim gives her rap comes with a certain like time capsule to her, and I feel like she's very like like when you hear her, it's like a certain era.
It brings
it's coming at you. You know what I mean? Like it's instantly there. But there's something about Nicki that's very, I won't even use the word commercial, but it's just like captivating and like lyrically just like giving. And like, I don't like Starships and any of those like poppy stuff that they force her to. Yeah, no, she doesn't. She doesn't perform them. But I struggle because I like a lot, and I'm not like I wouldn't consider myself like a hip hop or a rap like. But when she came out, there was, I don't know what about her, and I like how animated she was and playful and her looks. And I don't know if it was like the looks, the pen, like the whole package, but I was just like, apparently I like hip hop because I like all these music, and I'm just like, and I was
Of
like
course.
buying albums and like listening, and it was heartbreaking. How do you
Oh, yeah.
have a song with a trans artist?
The Kim Petras, right?
Yes,
Mm.
and then do that.
I'm not even going to attempt to get into the psyche of that woman. I think she's a year older than me. She
I'm not
clearly,
coming for her age.
well, no, it's not even about age. It's
No, I
more
know.
so like, I'm sure we've gone through a lot of similar things growing up, exposed to things in the hood, and she's got her own story. Like, I won't even pray for her. She's made some fucked up choices and has hurt a lot of people in our community that have actively looked out for her.
Yeah,
And so what will be for her will be for her, and that's just where I'll end it.
we'll move right along.
Because it's disappointing.
I mean, disappointed is the least,
But
honestly,
like
that
Cardi
word I can
exists,
use.
Megan Thee Stallion exists, Doechii exists, so that's who I'm writing with. Just is what it is.
I like Cardi, but I'm not like in love
Love
with
Cardi.
her. I think she is a beautiful disaster, I guess it's the way I can
Oh,
describe her.
okay.
And I say that because it's like she's funny and she's entertaining. I will say that.
Yeah.
But I'm not exactly looking at her pen for any like.
No, I mean, I don't think it's solely her pen. I think she co-writes things, right? But
Yeah.
I think her delivery is
But even the
fun.
co-writes are not great.
I,
Up and it's
I
stuck.
find
Up and
her
it's stuck.
entertaining.
Girl.
Yeah, but it's not all music is meant to like move you. But I don't get the same sensation with Cardi that I get with, or rather with Nicki than I get with Cardi. With Cardi, I get more playful. What I get with Nicki is more, for lack of a better term, I'm trying to prove myself to these bitches, so I'm going to be overly aggressive. And it's like, just get back to having fun. Get back to doing what you
Yeah.
were doing. Now, you don't have to do starships,
Yeah.
but like the people know you for being a lyricist, for being like that girl.
Yeah.
So just be that, and don't be worried about the riffraff around you. And that's just
Yeah.
it. When Cardi came out with her album, Nicki went on her bullshit again, and it's like, I know that part of hip hop culture is putting people against each other. It happened with Jay-Z. It happened with Nas. It happens with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Kendrick, Drake. Like this is not like a new thing, but more than one woman can exist at a given time. And I think when it comes to Nicki, because she's who she is and has opened the doors for many people after her,
Yeah.
it's like she expects this level of reverence for her.
Yeah.
And if people don't give it to her, then it's, their life is over.
You're disrespecting
And
the queen.
it's like, but people were there before you: Foxy, Kim, MC Light, like Queen Latifah. And I know that you give them your respects, Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
But like, by no means does anyone have to kiss your ass over and over and over and over again. So
Disappointing.
and just this
Next question.
Let me ask you this.
Yes.
So I asked you about your divas, but like, what was your, I guess, defining musical moment growing up that you, or do you even have one?
I don't know if I have a defining, and maybe I'll get there as I'm like trying to like think about like stuff that I was listening to. And I guess I'm gonna start with like merengue because it's like what I was listening with my mom. And again, I always go back to cleaning because mommy loves to clean, which is why JP is like OCD about everything because
Of course.
mommy was there. So like I grew up with like listening to like merengue, not salsa. I will say that.
Really?
Like I don't like my mom never taught me how to dance salsa, which I get so jealous at because I watch them in like the beautiful steps and like the spinning and the turning, and I'm just like, I wish I could do half of it. But catch me on merengue, bachata, I can dance.
Well,
and again,
I feel like bachata's so easy.
Yes, bachata is definitely easy.
Merengue is just like
I will say that the Dominican bachata is like
Okay.
the way they dance is way more complicated. And there's way more
I'm
footsteps for sure.
Oof.
But like I grew up with those. Is like my mom was teaching me like merengue and bachata, and like I remember like Grupo Mania, which was there, Elvis Crespo, Tito Manuel, like all these people. Like I can on and on and on name. And the only like artist that like deviated from that when I was a kid was Selena. And I remember listening to cumbia. Wow, I was gonna fuck that up.
JP is no longer considered Latino.
Excuse me?
Don't come for me. The people canceled you. I didn't do it.
Anyways, well, Selena's Mexican. I just want to point out. Anyway,
that actually kind of shocks me.
Yeah, so she was like the first, like, I guess, artist outside of like that genre of outside of, like merengue and bachata that I was listening to, and I like thought to myself like, wow, this is like like her voice is just like incredible.
What's your
And
favorite
like,
Selena song?
oh my God. I think there's a song called Fotos y Recuerdo, which again
Okay.
is very like, it makes me emotional. It's a very emotional song. It's not one of her top hits, but like I listen to that song and it just like gives me chills.
Yeah.
But I also like Baby Bam Bam, and I like Como la Flor. Oh my God, when she sings Como la Flor,
Como la flor.
oh, love. And her performance at
Tanto amor.
at Texas,
Yeah, at the rodeo.
when she did, oh, come here. All right.
Yes,
We're gonna go in.
Let's
Let's
deep
go
dive.
in. Let's
All
go
right, we're
in.
locked in.
When she did her set on like disco music
Mm-hmm.
and she sampled all those songs, I at
What is
that
it, the
time,
radio one?
I don't.
You're on
On
the
the
radio.
Let me
Yep.
tell you, I didn't listen to disco, but Selena drew me to it. I mean,
Exactly.
like drew me to it. I'm just like,
But that's what she was listening
what
to.
is this song?
She's of that era.
Right. She is that. So, and like, I didn't get it then, but I was just like, why do I like all this? Like, she was, I mean, like, she had a beautiful voice, but like, yes.
On the radio.
And the outfit, the purple outfit was everything.
Of course.
Listen, so the fashion Selena had, the look Selena had, performed. This woman was dancing, like, she had, I feel it's so tragic that we lost her so early,
Of course.
because such an amazing talent. And I'm like, I still to this day will watch a YouTube video and I'm like mesmerized by her.
You know my favorite song?
Which one?
It literally makes you cry. 'Cause I'm dreaming of you tonight.
That song.
I love that. Anytime that comes on, especially when I'm watching the movie, I have to like step away because I can't deal with it. It is so sad.
It makes me sad.
And didn't Yolanda get like denied parole this year? Because she was
correct.
Like,
I think she was up for parole, and I'm just like, girl.
I just remember the memes. People be like, so
throw away the keys.
She's gonna get jumped 100%. How old is Yolanda? She's got to be pushing 150.
Not 150.
I'm just saying. Oh my God.
There's just so much controversy. And I weirdly enough, I've watched so many like docu-series about Selena's. I have watched everything under the sun because I'm like, I just can't get enough of this woman and the talent that she was. And I'm like, the career. I like more the career that she never like got, because I feel like right when she was like breaking the scene, her life was cut short.
Wow.
So it's like, so anyways, that was my
Selena was impactful, but like, excuse me.
Yeah.
I get a little gassy. Growing up, obviously you listened to a lot of merengue music, right?
Yeah.
But did you have any, apart from merengue music, were there any musical acts that you were super drawn to that you were just like obsessed with?
In Puerto Rico, it was more like Olga Tañón. I think this woman is like,
I've heard the name.
Oh,
I'm sure I know the music. But
my God.
I can't like sing a song off the top.
I'm not gonna start singing because
But what is
we pay extra for that.
Work. You better get those coins, bitch.
But I'm sorry. What was the question?
Is it like? Did you have like an artist that you were like obsessed with? Like that was your person. That was your like. This was your shit before.
When I came here, the first artist that I like gravitated to, and I was going through my emo stage, and I was wearing one. I was like Lady in Black.
Really?
I was a Wednesday. Like,
I need to see pictures of you growing up.
During I was a little heavier back then, so a little different than what I look now.
You were a heavy kid?
Yes. Oh yeah. I mean, like there was a glow up. Like after high school.
Like when you say heavy, how heavy were we talking?
Like
because you're also really tall.
Like 200-ish pounds.
Really?
Heavy. Oh yes.
How tall were you?
I was always a tall kid.
You was always a tall kid?
Yes.
How tall are you now?
5'11".
No, you're not 5'11".
I'm 5'11".
I'm 5'10".
We've had this discussion.
But I feel like you're 6
My
feet.
ID says 5'11", so we're gonna go with that.
But why wouldn't you want to be 6 feet if you were actually 6 feet?
A giraffe? I don't know about giraffe vibes.
Giraffe?
Yes, I don't know about giraffe vibes. She has to give like stallion and like other vibes.
No, but I feel like 6 feet is like a good height. I wish I were 6 feet. I wish I were 6'1" or 6'2".
Listen, you can take my height all day long.
I would switch in a heartbeat. Forever I was 5'11", but officially 5'10".
I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see that.
And coming from JP, that is a read. But I'm not going to take it as such because I'm fine with myself the way I am. But like, so growing up.
Yeah, so growing up, Amy Lee from Evanescence.
Oh my God, what a voice.
Bring Me Back to Life, Sweet Sacrifice, Lithium. I can go on and on because this woman's voice is like heaven. It's like butter. Like I listen to her and I get chills. And I talk
JP,
about
there's
her
a
now.
clarity to her voice that's like unmatched. You don't hear that. I've never heard it from an artist since.
I want to see her live. Like I am dying
Are they
to
still
go.
touring?
Yeah,
Good.
because she has albums. Not that I subscribe. I like her old
Dead.
stuff. I will say
Yeah,
this.
I get it, and
I
you're purist
and
in that
correct.
regard.
And I feel like once like a certain like band members left who helped her like co-write some of the songs and like sonically what the band sounded like sounds a little different than what it is now. But like I remember like that was like the first that I was just like, who is this woman? And I'm like, I was Mr. Like I at that part it was like my Linkin Park era, my Evanescence
You're so
era,
funny.
my like all these like rock bands that were just like, and oh my god, the Linkin Park, his voice, like what's his
He
name?
passed away,
Chester?
right?
Chester? Whatever his name is. But like his vocals were like
I
incredible.
only really listened to them when they were on the radio, so I only know the hits. But I wasn't
Ugh.
really like into that.
Oh,
I mean, I liked the music, but I didn't go out of my way to listen to it.
I was like Mr. Like there was a season of life where like it was all black.
Really?
And I might have like painted my nails black. Like we were full
Wow,
on
you better go
emo.
off.
Oh, we were like living life. But I remember like if there's an artist like that, you know what? Another artist that comes to mind is Aaliyah.
I feel like she was like you were almost too young for Aaliyah. And I'm sorry, I'm like adjusting myself because my legs in a cramp.
You try and show bits in every episode.
I'm not trying
every
to show
episode,
bits.
you're like, this is not that show. This is your after show. You can do your OnlyFans after we're done.
You were an Aaliyah fan?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. I absolutely like all her music. More Than a Lover, Try Again. Like, what do we got?
I liked Aaliyah's music. I'm not gonna say I wasn't a fan.
Yeah.
But it was after she passed away that I really did connect with her music. Like More Than a Woman
Yeah.
was my shit. And that was the second to last video that she recorded. It came out after she passed away. But that and what was the one that Rock the Boat?
Rock the boat.
She died
Rock the
on
boat.
my first day of college.
Oh my God.
August 25th, I believe, 2001. And then 2 weeks later, or 3 weeks later, 9/11 happened.
That's insane.
Like right before that.
I didn't even know. Wait a minute. You just brought me back.
Yeah. Britney and the Snake in the
same year, right?
same year.
I will say this. I love Britney's music. I'm not trying to knock her.
Sure.
I think she's a talent. I think that I mean she doesn't have a pen because I don't feel like she writes her music.
No, I can't imagine. I mean, I'm
Right?
sure she's written something
Right.
here and there, but
And
like I like Britney.
hate me if you want me, but like I don't hate her music, but I'm not like playing Britney's songs.
No.
I like Stronger though.
There's some of the early stuff I'm like I
Yeah.
can rock with.
Yeah.
Like her Britney album, which is the third album,
Yeah.
is my favorite album.
Name me a song. I'm trying to figure out
There's
which song.
Bombastic Love. There's I'm a Slave for You.
Oh, Slave for You.
There's What It's Like to Be Me with Justin Timberlake. Like that was when I was in college.
What is Poison? Is Poison?
Poison?
What's that song?
Girl, it's toxic.
Tell me you don't know Britney's catalog without telling me you don't know Britney's catalog.
Which is crazy because like Britney to me is like you do the comparison. Whitney, Mariah, it's Britney and Christina. And I was a Christina
I'm sorry.
fan.
I feel like those two you can't even put in the same
well,
sentence.
you shouldn't, right? Because one
No,
can
they
sing
were in
and
the
one
same
can't.
show and whatever, but like they're not.
But that's what the industry did. They compared them to. That's how it always is.
Yeah,
with
sonically they're
females.
two different
Of
artists.
course, they're
though.
two different
Yeah.
people, right? But
Christina,
I was a
you do oversing, girl.
She does, but I mean, earlier on, like I think she had better music earlier on. And for the fighters out there, like I'm a diehard Christina fan. You could never come for me because it's not a thing you can do. I love Christina Down, and some of the newer stuff I'm like not really kind of into as much as the older stuff. But like you, it's like when you're a fan of someone, you begin if you follow their musical journey from the beginning as fans of them, and of course they're gonna want to evolve and grow. Like I was just watching the Kylie Minogue documentary that you were telling me to watch on Netflix.
Phenomenal documentary.
And honestly, it's not bad. I do recommend it for people that want to listen, but the story is not new. This is the same story as Pink, Mariah. Like a lot.
I
of
feel like
these
you need
artists,
to watch the entire thing before you make that comment because a lot goes up. There's like a turning point in like episode 3.
Well, the reason I say that is
Yeah.
because I'm at the point where she's arguing with music executives because they want her to do what she first came out with, and she wants to do something different.
Yeah.
She wants to run away from the 80s and,
Yeah.
and reinvent her sound and her look.
Yep.
And now it's paying off.
Yeah.
And so a lot of artists come into the game thinking, I'm going to have the power to do and do what I want and, be the master of my own destiny. And they come to realize this is a business and the executives are going to tell you what to do and how to act because it's all about making them
Mm-hmm.
money. If you get the rare opportunity to do your own thing, it's not without a fight. And so it's worked for some people, and for some people, you don't hear from them again.
Yeah.
For Kylie, it's worked.
Yeah. 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 She's been, I mean, making music for a long time.
For decades, right?
I know. You know who also comes to mind is The Fray, the band The Fray. I was listening to them. I to this day still
You were like an
play The
alternative
Fray.
girly?
Yeah. I had like I don't like quoting Miss Taylor Swift, but like
Oh my God.
I have my seasons or whatever she calls them.
Her
What is it?
eras?
Era. I was having my eras or whatever. But like, yeah, I love The Fray because they, again, sonically I love them. Songs with beautiful lyrics. They were like resonating. I was going through a lot of like inner turmoil within myself. So I feel like those were like what those songs are mainly about. So I feel like they were like speaking to me. They were like speaking about me.
That's funny. And I say that it's funny because that's how I feel about Mariah when I was coming out. It's her music hit differently because I could relate to the messaging and then the melodies and harmonies and the way she stacks her vocals. It just did something for me in a way that no other artist had up until that point.
Yeah. You know what was not hitting for me when I was growing up was reggaeton, which is funny because like
Same, girl.
I'm like a big reggaeton fan now.
I'm still not.
We'll get to that. The homophobia when I was growing up
Ooh.
was heavy, and the people who were listening to this music were bullying me. So why the hell would I was signing up to any reggaeton music at that point?
We had reggae music. Did we need reggaeton?
I mean, we do need reggaeton.
I
love now a good reggaeton, and
here's what I will say.
Yeah,
I'm not against it. It's part of my culture. I should embrace it more, and I'm fully aware of that. I've just not like. I just started getting into Bad Bunny. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know Bad Bunny music. I'm not really into that part of the culture.
Yeah,
and because I've been
and when you say that part of the culture, what do you mean specifically?
I mean, like, so just like when you go to PR, everything is so Puerto Rican.
Yeah,
I don't feel like I'm in that realm because I've been so disconnected being over here. So when I go to Puerto Rico, I feel like an outsider, even in my own land.
You do?
Oh, 100%. When I was talking to my uncle and aunt, I'm like translating in my head so that I know what I'm saying before I'm saying it. I'm like rehearsing what I'm going to say because I don't feel like it's coming out the way that I want it to. It's weird. And that's part of the reason I'm doing this is to hear stories from people like you where it's like, I had to assimilate into American culture.
Yeah.
But my mom still wanted me to take Spanish classes. I didn't have a driver in that regard. So whatever was around me was what I assimilated towards.
Right.
I don't even understand most of what he's even saying because a lot of it is a different dialect than what I grew up even listening to.
Yeah, where I'm like, I can pick up on like the subtle things, but I grew up.
And even now, like I'll watch like Instagram videos or like TikTok videos, and it's like when they say this is what they mean. I'm like, oh, then why not just say that? You know what I mean? So I'm learning, and I'm appreciative more, especially after the Super Bowl performance. I was like, oh, I get it, 100% get it.
Yeah,
the imagery here, I know all of it. The words that he's saying, I barely understand it. But it does make me move and it makes me feel something. So I know it's for me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's, I feel about that now, reggaeton now. And I feel like after like Don Omar and Daddy Yankee, that era. But I remember like and I can't say what specific year, but it was all very much homophobic. And
well, that's not shocking.
To the point where like, pushing the machismo, culture, pushing the homophobia, pushing. So I'm like, why would I want to sign up for any of that? And I wanted no part of it. And like, I still to this day probably don't listen to like super old reggaeton. I mean, I listened to some of it and I picked up on like some that are just like, oh, this is beautiful.
Like when Gasolina comes on, of course you're going to move because it's an iconic song.
Of course. Like, but Don Omar had like soulful. Like Don Omar for me is like was maybe like a turning point because he had like soulful to him. He had like storytelling. There was like not just the club and shooting and I'm being very general. I am painting things with like a big stroke here.
Sure.
But it was just a lot of, it felt like very angry and I was already in a really weird space and it felt not good. It made me feel not good about myself. So why the hell was I tuning in? Fast forward to like the turning point where, like I said, Don Omar and Ivy Queen and like
Mm-hmm.
those people in Daddy Yankee and like
Sure.
I can name you like artists now, and even like now fast forwarding now to like Karol G and Bad Bunny and all of them, and I'm just like, oh, like they sing about like love and they sing about things that are relatable and like the dissolution of love and like life challenges, and I'm just like, oh, I can tune in and a good beat, and I can like,
Well, a lot of Latino music is storytelling. It's like country music.
yeah,
Like there's an old song, and I don't even know the name of it, but I saw it posted on a reel the other day, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is crazy!" It's talking about a trans person and finding love, and I'm like, "This is a song from like maybe the '80s."
yeah,
Like
that's
I gotta dig it up so I can send it to you because I
yeah.
was like gagged because I've heard the song a million times, and it's an upbeat salsa song, and I'm like, "What?"
Oh, I think I know which one you're saying.
If I heard it, I'd be able to
Yes,
sing it.
I think my younger sister loves this song, and it's funny because she did tell me, she's like, this is about a trans person. I'm like,
Hmm.
oh, sister, supporting your brother even through
But they don't. They didn't have the terminology for that, right?
Correct.
They just.
Correct. I think un gran varón, I think is the name
I
of the
think it.
song.
I think you're right.
Right?
Yep.
Beautiful song, by the way. It's long. The
Hmm.
song is like, it tells a story because it's a long
Yeah.
song. But like,
But you wouldn't expect this type of music
no,
to get into that level of depth.
no. And no music was actually I mean, reggaeton music was doing that
Of
for
course
like,
not.
our community. So I'm
No.
like, I like it now. I enjoy it now. But the history of it wasn't given when it.
Let me
Did you like
ask you.
country?
I do like country, but I'm not like a big country fan. I was saying before, like I like some Carrie Underwood stuff.
Yeah.
There's some Martina McBride stuff. My first ex-husband was a really big country fan. So like we listened to a lot of Patsy Cline, Dolly Parton. Like I can. There's some stuff out there that is like, oh, this is actually really cute.
Yep.
One of my favorite country songs is from Leanne Rimes, and it's called "Probably Shouldn't Be This Way." It literally stops me in my tracks, and I can't listen to it to this day without crying.
Oh.
It's really fucking crazy.
What's the song? I'm trying to think. I Hope You Dance. I think it's in those. Love.
Leanne Womack? Am I making that up? But I was literally listening to it like not even 5 minutes. Before
Really? I mean, this song gives me chills.
Yeah, it's a beautiful.
And it's
song.
my elementary school graduation.
Really?
Yeah, we all sang it
Oh,
together.
cute. Let me ask you this.
And yes, go ahead.
You're older now.
Are we going back to this? I have gray hairs. Yes.
Can you turn
Next
to the side?
question. Next question. Yes.
Are there genres of music or are there particular artists that you didn't like then besides the reggaeton stuff that you're like more open to now? Like I think we had a conversation maybe a couple weeks ago where you went to go see a folk band in P-Town.
Yeah. See, I have now described myself to your own definition, an eclectic taste and like a spectrum of taste. Cause I can find a song with like most genres besides like death metal. Cause I'm like, I cannot take the screaming. I don't know what you're saying. And it sounds like you're conjuring the devil. I'm sorry. I know I'm painting that with a big stroke, but like that's how it comes off to me. And I'm like, I cannot.
So anyone that likes heavy metal music, you're a devil worshiper and JP hates you. Drag them.
What was I going with that? I'm sorry. I just can't.
We were talking about like now that you've gotten a little bit older.
Yeah.
Like, certain artists.
Who
in
do I
certain
like?
genres.
I don't know if I appreciate Michael Jackson's music now more than I did before. And I
Okay.
feel like I grew up with him in the background, but like I didn't connect with his music till I was older.
Till after he died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even maybe a little before then. But like, yeah, I also like weirdly like Prince. And I'm like, I was like at first I'm just like the only song that I can tolerate was Purple Rain. And now I find myself like, I'm like, who's this? Oh, this is Prince?
I went to go see Prince in Hartford in 2004 for his musicology tour.
How was he in concert?
Incredible. And I was 21 at the time. I should have appreciated it more because I grew up listening to Prince music.
Yep.
But I was also made fun of because I was more effeminate, and he obviously was effeminate in the way he dressed and his style and whatnot. So
do we think he's part? I'm sorry to cut you off. Do we think he was part of the community?
I don't think he was.
Okay.
But to make fun of me, people would call me Prince, and because of that, I almost had like a magnetic disattraction.
Oh yeah.
But Little Red Corvette is a banger. Obviously, Purple Rain is that girl. Like, there's so many songs that just like fit a vibe and fit a mood.
Yeah.
And now in retrospect, I think to myself, I'm so incredibly privileged and lucky to have been in the same room as Prince and listened to him sing like live.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Right.
Diana Ross.
Love
Like,
Diana.
did not listen to her. Oh my God, what's her name? She sings disco music, which I like. I said,
Donna
I'm
Summer?
in my disco. Who?
Donna Summer.
Yes.
Mhm.
This woman can sing anything. There's some songs I don't know the lyrics to this day, and I'm like, I love just her voice, the way she delivers these songs, and like the sass and I'm like,
Could you imagine being alive in the 70s and you were like of age during the disco era? How
Kylie,
much
by the way,
fun.
did a disco album. Please check this like specific
Okay.
record out.
Sure.
She
My favorite Kylie song is Supernova, hands down. I love
such
that
a good
song.
song. I mean, that whole album is really good. That's what I like about Kylie. She's done country, she's done disco, she's done alternative, she's done super pop. Like, she is not afraid to try a genre. And I'm just like, I like a artist that like tries it.
I appreciate that. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong.
Yeah.
But there's also the other part of me that's like, this is why I like Mariah. Mariah knows what works for her. She's a pop R&B girly with soul. She will give you like gospel music. She will give you, but it's an R&B flair.
Yep.
She stays consistent, so I appreciate that. If I liked Mariah for being this way and then she completely switched it up in another album, I would likely lose interest if it wasn't what I liked.
Yeah.
And I find that with like a lot of artists where they do that and I'm like, I don't know that I
Not
can. I can't connect the same
Yeah.
way that I want to.
Yeah.
And I want to,
Yeah.
but I just don't have that same feeling.
Yeah, like Beyonce's country album. I know people loved it, and I'm just like,
I liked it. It wasn't like Renaissance to me was that girl.
oh yeah, but Renaissance is like a love letter to our community. I mean, like, she was that girl.
Yeah.
I don't even have the words because I'm like, every song, like, it was like
the
a love letter.
Renaissance album
Yeah.
was everything, but the tour fucked me up in the best possible way.
Really?
Like,
I didn't get to go.
I spent a pretty coin for that tour, but it was well worth it.
Beyonce, he wants his money back.
I don't. Honestly, I would give her the money again. But I'm glad I did that. And it's probably the only time I'm ever going to see her because I don't want anything else to kind of get in the way of the perfection that was the show that I went to.
Yeah.
It was just perfect. And that was the first and only time I'll ever see her.
So the question back to you, like, who are folks that you listen to now that like they weren't hitting when you were growing up?
I mean, I think I still pretty much listen to everyone that I still listen to. There's not one person that I'm like, oh, I don't listen to you now. But like, I'll just use Pink, for example. They affectionately call Pink Blackpink, the original Blackpink, because when she came out, she had more of an R&B flair to her, right? But this goes back to what I was saying, where you get.
But Candy was writing, like Candy Burris wrote some of her like songs. Yeah,
exactly. You get pigeonholed in like this genre, and then even if it's successful, the expectation is that you continue to do that very thing. But she wanted to do something different.
Yeah,
and so she did. She did more. I was gonna say punk, but that's not right. It's more like pop, but more like it's like grungy pop, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And it worked for her as well. So thank goodness it worked for her.
Yeah.
But after that second, even third album, it fell off for me. I couldn't. I wasn't.
It wasn't
connected to her
resonating with
anymore.
you.
But that first album comes on my shuffle, and I'm like, I'm locked in.
Yeah.
It brings me right back to high school. Right. Same with Christina. Her first and second albums.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Her second
album. So
album.
We Didn't Like Bionic.
That's like her fourth album. I really didn't care for Bionic.
Yeah.
The second album was Stripped. It is a magnum opus. If you do not know Christina's Stripped album,
I know.
She gives you literally every style in that album. And then the third album is back to basics. So she gets back to like big band and jazzy things, which is fantastic.
Is that where Candyman is?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And I grew up, again, going to the performing arts high school, singing jazz music and having a deeper appreciation. So I could appreciate that album, but post that, I'm like, you're experimenting and I love that for you, but it's not for me. Her Spanish language album, both of them, love. Love.
Pero me acuerdo de ti or something like that.
Pero me acuerdo de ti is one of my favorite songs. Contigo en la distancia, one of my favorite songs. Like I love.
Vocally, and again, she's not over-singing those songs.
Exactly.
She's like delivering, and it's like not a lot of runs. Just like,
but when there are runs, they're placed well. They're not overdone.
No.
That Jessie J thing, yo.
I've been listening.
Kills
Listen, I
me.
can't. I can never listen to this woman ever again because I just have you in my brain now.
No, because that's what. Anytime I hear the word Jessie J, that's what's in my mind. I can literally see her walking downstairs doing that
She's
and
a good
thinking she's killing
singer,
it.
but
Of
yes,
course.
yes, Jessie J. We
I
won't
will
come for
say
you.
like my taste is varied now. Like I'm like looking at my iTunes or my Apple Music rather, and like you see, there's a bunch of like R&B here, Alicia Keys,
Oh, we
Jasmine
didn't even say Alicia
Sullivan,
Keys. I can't believe we forgot
but
Alicia
also
Keys.
here's Jessica Simpson, and then Anastasia, Mariah
Jessica
Carey.
Simpson.
Her I don't like all her music,
Yeah.
but there are a couple of
Which
songs that I'm like,
song?
I think it might
I'm
be her
interested.
first
Click
one.
her in.
It might be.
I'm just like I.
Oh, it's "Where You Are" with Nick Lachey, the duet with her
Oh, I
ex-husband.
don't. Yeah.
It's actually a really good song. It's
Yeah.
one
He
of my
was in
favorite
a
duets.
band, wasn't
He
he?
was in
Like
98 Degrees,
okay.
but I love NSYNC. Didn't really care for the Backstreet Boys.
I don't do boy bands like that.
Love boy bands.
Like I would listen. Like if we're out somewhere and they play a boy band, like I'm with it. But I
Sure.
wasn't like everybody. Like I'm not like
No, but when it
that.
comes on, you're like, I get it.
Yeah.
But I've got some
It's a
new stuff.
moment.
I got some old stuff.
Yeah.
Sergio George is like a salsero. Like he's
Oh, that name sounds very
he's
familiar.
working with Anthony Ramos, who was in Hamilton.
Yeah.
He's in a lot of shit. He's in a Marvel
Sounds
series.
like my stuff.
And I love English salsa.
Tell me more. Now,
So
now,
Brenda K.
now I'm
Starr.
locked in.
Anthony Ramos.
I don't know if I no.
Okay. You want me to give Kylie a chance, but you don't even like English salsa?
Don't even put English salsa. I feel like that's like whitewash salsa.
But they're Latinos doing it. Could you imagine salsa in another language, like in French?
No. I hear people in Japan play salsa, and I'm like, I have questions.
To me, it's interesting because
it's interesting.
I'm not gonna. Take on it.
I'm not, but like, who do I have here? I got some R&B. Oh, Kobe Calais. I love her. Fearless. That song, Fearless. Have you listened to it? We're gonna move right along. We forgot Rihanna.
We've already been recording for almost an hour and a half.
Oh Jesus, we didn't even get to even Rihanna. See, we can talk music. Oh, this is the issue. We can talk music all day long.
This is what we talk about. We just get into these conversations before you know our lunch period is up and we got to go back to work because JP has a 1:00 meeting that he can't miss.
And that I sometimes miss. My excuse is always like I was speaking to my mentor.
Sorry, I was running late.
Not a lie.
I was calling.
Not a lie.
I would say I'm sorry. The phone call ran a little later than I expected. So I do like Rihanna's music. I like her older stuff, but like even Anti, I've not listened to Anti. It's been out forever.
I don't love Anti. There's a couple of songs that I like, but I don't. I'm more of like a rated R, S&M, Faded, like all those songs before.
Do you like bubblegum pop? Like your Britney and Sync.
I'm not a Britney person. I like Britney music, but I'm not a Britney person.
The genre. Because I love, like, throw me into the early 2000s pop era.
Name me, like, besides Britney, name me, like, what does that sound like?
So, Candy by Mandy Moore, anything by Jessica Simpson, anything by Christina, anything by Britney, anything.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, they're playing, and I know the song. Like the I can probably sing all the words to it, but I'm like, I don't.
But it's not like your zhuzh.
No, and honestly, it's funny that you've mentioned R&B because I like R&B is not what I have most of the time playing.
Really,
believe it or not.
Okay.
And I like, and I'll say this: I like things that are infused with R&B. I like the
Agreed.
soul R&B and the R&B to pop and the R&B to. I haven't even seen like R&B to country. I'm just like, what the? So I'm like, there's something, and I guess I'm one of those individuals who would like to feel something.
But it's literally called rhythm and blues. It goes back to our ancestry.
Yeah. So I'm like, I now listen more to like R&B than I ever have. And yes, I can go back to like Destiny's Child and, Mary J. Blige and, like, yes.
Let me ask you this, because this just came into my mind. Are there songs that you loved so much that now you can never listen to again because they are tied to such a terrible memory or a time in your life that you just don't want to think about?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I'm trying to think of that because I
have a lot of music.
You have songs?
Well, I've gone through some traumatic experiences growing up, but also with like divorces. There are songs that I have tied to those particular moments in my life that when they come on, I think of certain things that happen in relationships, and I'm like, oh, I love this song. It hurts listening to it. One of my favorite songs was my wedding song. Oh. My first wedding song. And to this day, I've not listened to it.
Which song
It's
is
called
that?
This Is Love by Kelly Rowland. Now, funny enough, she has 2 songs on 2 different albums called This Is Love. And I don't know why you did that, Kelly. For the life of
A
me, I don't understand that.
marketing disaster.
But from the Miss Kelly album, This
Yep.
Is Love, oh my God. To this day, I'm like, I can never hear that song again.
I love Kelly Rowland. I like anything she does, but I
She's
can
so
see that.
fucking gorgeous too. My
See, I
God.
don't associate songs with people. No, I do. I'm gonna take that back. I do associate people and times in my life with songs,
Okay.
but we're like, it's part of life. You grow and you're like, so I'm like, I'm not gonna like taint her a
No.
specific song with it because I feel like it's.
And here's the thing, like,
Yeah.
while I am over the situations,
Yeah.
songs have a really odd way of conjuring up old feelings
yes.
that make you feel like you haven't gotten
Yeah.
over it.
Yeah.
And even though I 100% am past all the bullshit in the past,
Yeah.
it still feels weird. And so, like, maybe one day I'll listen to it.
Yeah.
Literally, if it comes on, I have to be ready to like hit the shuffle button because I can't get through it. There are other albums or songs, like I'll listen to Brandy's Full Moon album, is my favorite Brandy album. It brings me back to leaving college when I dropped out, and that makes me feel, I don't know, it's like an anxiety,
Not
it's
the
like a
best.
hurt. It
It's
doesn't
a
make me feel good because
failure.
but I
comes
love
to
that
word.
album
Yeah.
so fucking much. Like, I was dating I think my first boyfriend at the time, and so it was just an interesting area to be in. So when I hear the music there, it's like, oh, I feel like I'm baby Anthony growing up again. And I'm proud of myself for coming this far, but also
Yeah.
like I want to like hold myself and shield myself and tell myself that it's going to get better,
Yeah.
but also like avoid that completely. So I have a lot of those moments where I'm like, I can't listen to this right now because it's going to make me feel something I don't want to feel.
Way. Yeah. And maybe I have that, but I don't like have songs that I like refuse to listen to.
Okay.
Because through a lot of therapy, I allow
Shout out to
myself to
therapy.
like shout out to my therapist. She deals with me. I have now created like a space where I allow myself to feel and process and get through things. And yes, things, bring you back, but I've learned to like let go of a lot. And like,
You don't hold a grudge.
no, I don't. And quite honestly, it took me a long time to forgive others as I was going to like therapy, but it took even harder to forgive myself
For what?
for a lot. Because it I don't just place blame on other people. I feel like, and I'm not talking about like parents. I'm talking about just like certain
But
like
you
situations.
like understand the role that you play in
Yeah,
situations.
I'd like to take ownership of my behavior and my actions that walk it down better because we can always do better.
Oh, 100%. That's
So
something that even today I'm still trying to like.
yeah, and
We've had conversations recently about things at work, and I'm like,
y-
I know that I play a role in a lot of this as well. It's not lost on me.
yeah,
But it's hard to get to the point where you can objectively say I'm part of the problem.
yeah.
But like
Which you're not.
forgiveness.
Let's
No,
say
I mean
that.
sometimes I know that I contribute to that.
Yeah.
But to hear you say things like, forgive myself, that's a lifelong lesson that many people, including myself, will never get to. I mean, hopefully I will.
Yeah.
But like, I can't forgive myself if I don't see myself as a problem. And sometimes I can't see myself as a problem until I hear it from someone else's perspective, and I'm like, oh shit, yeah.
That's probably the reoccurring feedback that I get. Is like, the best thing you have, JP, is that you're very aware. You're aware. And I'm just like, what does that mean? But now, as I'm reflecting it back, even with my therapist, I'm just like, yeah, like I own my shit. And like, if I am fucking something up, I'm fucking something up and I own it. And I'm just like, but I can grow and I can better myself. And I'm like, it's one of those things, like I take feedback actually really well. And I'm like, probably aware of the feedback before it even comes to me because I'm just like, oh no, I'm doing this. I know it's a problem, and I know I'm like, I can tell you, like I'm a people pleaser. Like I'm very aware of these things. So I'm just like, I work in things at these things, and sometimes I don't deliver on them, and I'm a work in progress like everybody else.
Sure.
We're trying to do our best. But yeah, I've learned to let go of a lot in order to like keep my inner peace.
Let me ask you this, and we're getting to time, so we'll probably end it here. But
Yeah.
if you met someone tomorrow and you could not tell them about yourself, but you said, here are 5 songs that would give you a deep like insight as to who I am, what would you say are your
My God.
5 songs? And it doesn't have to be like this is
Who I am.
what defines me, but like in other words, what are your favorite songs? Like what would you tell me your favorite songs are, and that would be how I knew you.
The song "Beautiful" by Christina Aguilera comes up.
Shout out to Linda Perry.
Correct. And she was like, "Do not record this song again. You got this take, and that's it."
Also, shout out to Pink because Pink wanted that song, and Linda Perry said no, which comes from the beat that Pink and Christina had,
amongst other things. But
yeah, sure.
So that song comes up.
That brings me back to my freshman year of college.
Yeah. That brings me back to like
sophomore year of college. Sorry.
So many times where I felt not enough or something wrong with me. And I mean, like, I felt like this in several Taylor Swift eras of my life.
That album, though, that entire album is fucking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So that song comes up. There's a song by The Fray called Look After You.
Okay.
And it speaks more to someone who's not willing to let someone like just fall behind and is willing to just be there, even to their detriment. Because I feel like I've done that with some relationships in my life. So that says a lot about like the heart that I have. I also think of like, it's a Bad Bunny song. It's not one of his, believe it or not, like super reggaeton songs. It's I'm blanking on the song. I'll remember it. Clearly not the biggest Bad Bunny fan. You can cancel me in the comments.
Card revoked.
Comes up. Yeah, it comes up.
That was 3?
Yeah.
And if you don't know anymore, you don't have to.
Yeah, I'm trying to think because I'm trying to connect them to like the essence of JPS, and like that's a very. I don't think no one has asked me that question. I love music, so I'm like, I just know this. I have all these songs playing in my head that I can pick apart, and I'm like, that line right there. Kylie has this song called "Lost Without You," and actually no, we're gonna scratch that one. I love Kylie. Sorry, Kylie, but Kobe Calais has this song called "Fearless." I won't even talk about that song because I get choked up a little bit with that one.
Okay, I gotta.
If you listen to "Fearless," and I will get to the relationship my mother and I have.
Yeah.
It brings me there. Like if you listen to that song,
wow,
I will get into the story of my mother at another episode.
We've been saying that every episode.
Correct. We've been saying it correct. So "Fearless" comes up, and I'll leave it there because I gotta think about that. And maybe we'll revisit this, but those are the ones that like instantly like bubble up.
Okay.
How about you? How about you?
So for me, it's I can answer 2 ways: like albums that define me, or singles. Like if there's an album that defines me, it's actually the Stripped album by Christina, because it's so many different things, and even today I can play it and I can apply it to my life. There's never.
What song comes up first for you besides like?
There's a song called "Walk Away" from that album that now in retrospect I'm like, there were many instances where I should have just walked away. I felt like I was suffocating. I felt like I deserved more, but I stayed when I should have just walked away. There's beautiful music like "Loving Me for Me," where now I'm like, oh, I finally am with someone who accepts me as I am, calls me out on my bullshit, but still loves me for me. There have been instances where the past where I'm like, oh, the song "Impossible." It's impossible to love you. You make it so damn hard. The song "Soar," the song "Cruise." There's just so many different vibes to that album. The song "Makeover," which is more of a Sugar Babes, like funky, like psychedelic type of song. It's like, you're trying to change me. You're trying to make me over. Like I'm not. Save your bullshit for another day. I'm not dealing with that. Right. The song "Dirty" makes you feel sexy. Right. As an adult, I can relate to the music more than I did when I was Christina's age, but I'm grateful for that album because it really does depict who I am fully as a human being. However, there are songs that when I listen to, I just feel like I'm ascending into heaven, right? And it's shit you would never even know. Like Richard Marx, "Right Here Waiting for You."
I need to listen to that.
My favorite song of all time.
Really?
I remember
And it's
being
funny. I'm just shocked. I have not heard Mariah, which I'm like really shocked.
that
I'm
is my
waiting for.
favorite song of all time. Right here waiting. I remember waking up from being asleep.
Yeah,
Remember how I told you I lived with my grandmother
yeah.
and me and my uncle shared a room? So it was
Yeah.
me and my brother Benny sleeping on a bed and my uncle on the next bed in the same room. And he had a radio and that song was playing when I woke up and it imprinted on me at like 5 years old. To this day, anytime that song comes on, I'm like, you did your thing with that.
Yeah.
My favorite Mariah Carey song of all time is
There
called
she is.
Melt Away. It is from the Daydream album. And she just released like a demo version of it,
Yep.
which is actually pretty cool. But Melt Away is such a good song. My third favorite song that I think is kind of representative of me because it makes me feel like I need to just like let go and just move beyond things and just let life take its course is called Sailing by Christopher Cross. Christopher Cross is, I want to say, like an 80s artist who has like yacht rock music. Yeah.
Really?
Sailing by Christopher
I
Cross
love this for
makes
you.
me feel like I'm flying, and it's a great driving song for me. Anytime I'm pissed off or stressed about whatever, I throw that song on. It instantly takes me from a 10 to a -2. Another song that is a recent favorite, and I would say recent within the past like 15 years, is called The Blower's Daughter by Damien Rice. It is.
That sounds like a porn.
That is so fucking funny. And now that I hear it, I'm never gonna not think of it in that
I'm like,
context
what?
again.
I'm like, not the audio to the porn.
The funny thing is that song I heard at a wedding. My ex, Rich, took me to like a coworker's wedding, and that was their song. And I heard it, and I was like, "Oh my god, that is the most gorgeous song." And the guy that sings it is not. I wouldn't say he's like a vocalist, but he sings it so raw that it makes sense. And then years later, Christina did a cover of it with this guy from The Voice, and they made it more showy, if that makes sense. And I love that version too. But that version with the Damien Rice is really fucking good. And then the last one is really a tie with another song. I love Ben Folds, The Luckiest. Just makes me feel.
I feel like I need a playlist of all this because I want to listen to these.
Yeah,
Because I want to get to know you more. So I'm like,
The Luckiest just makes me feel like whenever I fall in love, I'm like, I feel like I'm the luckiest person. And it takes you on a journey. And some of it is very sad. And it's like it reminds me of the quote, it's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. That's been kind of the theme of my life. That's why I feel like I'm always in relationships. It's like I want to feel something. Not that I'm scared of being alone. I could obviously be by myself, but I love sharing myself with other people.
Yeah, you love loving.
I love loving.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But also, anytime the Beach Boys come on with Kokomo.
Not the Beach Boys. Girl, bye.
Kokomo, for whatever reason, is just that girl for me.
Oh my god.
It reminds me of the Muppets, but Kokomo comes
Muppets.
on, and it's one of those songs that also brings me down from a 10 to a 2.
Yeah.
It's
just a playful song.
It's really,
it's
really
a comforting
cute.
song.
But it reminds me of growing up and going to La Playa or whatever, Lago, and just having a good time with, friends and family. They're all so different from one another too.
Yeah, but it shows all like this aspects of your life and all the different.
But like even today in the BRG chat, somebody posted like one of the spotlights for I don't know what they were doing, but they showed MJ Rodriguez. And they were like, if you could sing in front of a sold out concert, like what would you sing? It could be show tunes, it could be whatever. And I was like, well, I've already done that, but here are two things that I've performed. There's a song from the Scarlet Pimpernel, which is it's like a theater show called When I Look at You. It is a beautiful song, and that I sing down, or at least I did back in the 12th grade, millions of years ago. Back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth. But also, there's a song called Nina by Pergolesi, which is more of a classical thing. It showcases what I can do in that arena. It is a gorgeous song as well. I have such
you got 5 and you gave me 20.
Well, because I first of all,
man, I was struggling to because I'm like, I need to find the perfect song, and she's like, I'm gonna name you every song from every genre, and I'm like, Jesus, I should have just named you my whole catalog.
Bridge Over Troubled Water by Jacob Collier with Tori Kelly.
Oh, Tori Kelly.
Oh, insane.
We didn't even talk about her.
The newfangled pop queens, like she's just one of those girls.
Yeah.
Like Ray, this album may contain hope. the album is perfection. If she does not win a Grammy for this album, I will burn something down. I'll figure it out later. But like, we've been going on for over an hour and a half, so I definitely want to wrap it up. But I think the theme to take away from this is that music has been so impactful for all of our lives. You know what gagged me one day?
Yeah.
I was talking to someone in college, and he was like, "I don't like music," and I was like, "What do you, huh? What? Does not compute."
Correct. We don't. You and I should never be.
I have never met anyone that does not like any type of music. When I heard that, I was beyond gagged, and I was like, "Oh, something wrong with you."
Correct. Here's my therapist card.
They severely need therapy, but
Yeah.
music has shaped so many people's experiences and
Yeah.
lives, and you can recall memories and things that have happened in the past. And of course, everyone has a favorite song or a favorite artist, but I have just been so fortunate enough to have been around people that have fostered such positive energy around music for me,
Yeah.
and have encouraged me to sing. And I mean, I've got tattoos that are
I know. I
like
see
music
it.
related because
Yeah.
of my fondness and my love for it.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say. I am very fortunate that music is such a vital part of my life, and I'm grateful to God every day that I can hold a note, even if it's not a good note, and that I am blessed to have functioning hearing.
Functioning.
Right?
Is that a read to anybody?
No, I'm just saying, like,
No, I know.
it's,
Yeah.
I feel bad for
Yeah.
deaf people.
Yeah, I think I want to end this by saying, and I'll go back, and I know we've been teasing. I'm like, when are you gonna talk about your mom? When are you gonna talk about your mom? It's not that I'm avoiding the topic. We are in the process of building, so I want to make sure that I handle that
Delicately.
part of my story that I will tell on here very delicately, and I want to make sure that I honor what I experience.
Yeah.
While also allowing for the healing that's like in real time occurring.
Would you ever have
As
your
well.
mom like recorded with you? Like if you went to her place or she went to your place and you set up your laptop, would you ever want to have that conversation live? Or do you feel like it's not for human
I think it's
consumption?
not for humans.
Okay,
There's
I get it.
there's just a lot of just like stuff that needs to be like.
Mhm.
But we're definitely building, and there's a lot of healing that's happening. But when I tell that story, and I know they're like, when are you gonna stop? I will get to it. I'm just trying to like handle that story with care.
Of
and
course.
and
that's
we'll
respectful.
and we'll like deeply go into it. And I want to make sure that I'm giving everything, and I'm being as raw and honest, and like giving what it needs to give.
I appreciate that.
That's what I'll say, because I reflect, and I'm like, when are you gonna get to the story?
But are you trying to get to the point of like music has shaped you because of your mother? Like, is she?
No, I feel like a lot of the reasons why I escaped to music in even this past decade,
Okay.
this past time, was a lot of my experience with it. So
Wow, I can't
Well-
believe this is already the end of the third episode.
and we were trying to keep it to
An hour and a half. We failed. But that being the case, I'm just very excited to do this and very excited for episode number 4.
I know.
Thanks everyone again for
All right.
following us.
Thank you for watching.
And we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.